Hello, Robert. Today I'm going to start my presentation through this Zoom link. And after I record this video, I will send it to you. And today the topic I'm going to talk about is a very famous Chinese animation movie, which was published long time ago. I think it's 1982, and it is called Ne Zha Conquers the Dragon King. And we should have two group members in this presentation, but because another one, she's in Xinjiang, mainland China, and she don't have the services, and she finally decided to drop this course. So this presentation will be conducted and finished by myself. And I'm Xu Jiamu. And to start with, I'm going to first talk about this movie, the background of Ne Zha Conquers the Dragon King. In 1979, Ne Zha Conquers the Dragon King, the first color animation feature film since the 10-year Cultural Revolution, was born in the People's Republic of China. The production of this animation film brought together the most elite animation team of Shanghai Art Film Studio, with Wang Shuchen, Yang Dingxian, and Xu Jingda being the directors. The script of the film is adapted from the Ming Dynasty novel, The Investiture of God, which in Chinese is 封神演义. Compared with the original novel, the film enhances the positive image of Ne Zha and portrays the Dragon Kings as villains. Ne Zha Conquers the Dragon King focuses on the experiences of Ne Zha, dividing the story into 5 major dramas: Ne Zha's Born, Conquering the Sea, Suicide, Rebirth, and Revenge. The animation film has a strong classical Chinese style and cultural mythology. Once the animation film was launched, it attracted a global attention and was held as Chinese hand-painted animation film arms, together with the Monkey King. And so I'm going to talk about the soundtrack of this movie into 2 main aspects, including the role, function, and the use of music in the film from the cultural perspectives. And another one is the balance between sound and music, such as sound effects and music, soundscape design and music. I'm going to talk about these 2 main parts. And to start, I'm going to first overall talk about the role, function, and use of music in the film from the cultural perspectives. The music of Ne Zha Conquers the Dragon King is a great highlight of the whole movie and is of great value for discussion. Generally speaking, its music has the characteristics of nationalization, lyricism, and modernization. In terms of nationality, the film makes extensive use of traditional Chinese folk musical instruments, including the special instrument Chinese chimes. In terms of lyricism, Ne Zha Conquers the Dragon King is the first animated film in China that uses pre-production music. The music is created by a split shot script, and the number of animation frames is determined according to the rhythm of the music. This is pre-production music's function, and this music pursues the lyricism of the scenes on a large scale and expresses Chinese myths and legends. In terms of modernization, as the first animated feature film that was lifted after the Cultural Revolution, the film absorbed a large number of mainstream Western elements and used Western orchestral instruments. Now I will analyze this role, function, use of music in the film from a cultural perspectives. Before the analysis, I will briefly introduce Ne Zha's most special musical instrument, Chinese chime. In 1978, the Zheng Hou Yi chime was unearthed from the tomb of Zheng Houyi in Legudun, Suizhou in Hubei, China. Jing Fuzai, who is the soundtrack designer of Ne Zha Conquers the Dragon King, decided to use this chime to play some of the music in animation. The chime is a huge musical instrument composed of 65 bronze chimes. The sound is solemn and mysterious. It has been buried underground for more than 2,000 years and was protected in the Zhou dynasty. By the way, Jing Fuzai encountered certain troubles that the chime is too huge to be put in a recording studio. Therefore, Jing Fuzai and his music engineer finally agreed to collect only the monophonic sound of the chimes and gave it to the editor to synthesize according to the score. Maybe I will show you what the chime looks like. Okay, I'm going to show you the Google picture of this Chinese chime. You see it is very, very huge and with many, many elements in this instrument. Okay, I'm going to first talk about the opening. It is in the 00 to 0223 at the beginning of the film with the main melody played by the chimes. The opening subtitle, Shanghai Art Film Studio, appeared. The sound of the chimes not only brings a sense of dignity. Oh, I think I should first let you watch this part first. So I'm going to. Yeah, at this part, with the Shanghai Art Film Studio, this title appeared. The sound of the chimes not only brings a sense of dignity, heaviness, and mystery to this traditional Chinese story film, but also sets the tone for the whole movie. Afterwards, there will be 4 dragon kings doing evil things. Guess we can add some speed. Yeah, these 4 dragons came from the sea and do evil things. The red dragon set fire to the hills and killed animals. And black dragon can make the wings and make the fire become more strong. And this one can cool the snows down and make the whole city cold. And at this part, the sun rising. And the subtitle of Ne Zha Conquers the Dragon King appeared. And the main melody was played again. But this time, this main melody was played by ensemble of the Suona horn and the Chinese zither this time. These 2 instruments, Suona horn and the Chinese zither, are very traditional Chinese musical instruments. The Suona horn's voice is vigorous and powerful, paving the way for the fierceness of the plot and the heroic image of Ne Zha, while the Chinese zither has a fairy and elegant Eastern charm and a classical beauty. And which matches this story very well. The first and the second version of the main melody have a transition from forbearance to the explosion, bringing the audience into the animation step by step. Okay, next we are going to talk about another very classical scene, which is the Dragon Palace. In this scene, the Dragon King's palace appears for the first time. As the frames move from outside of the Dragon Palace to the inside, the Dragon Palace composed entirely by the chimes again. Yeah, this is the chimes voice.
嗯，外界吵嚷什么？这是因为天干地旱，他们求大王星云不雨。这就是他们送来的贡礼。谁稀罕这些猪羊果品？要他们送童男童女来，否则地狱不下，天海夜叉！在，快去催讨。是。
In this scene, dragons, by the way, are creatures that appear in Eastern myths and legends. In this animation movie, they are kind of like evil gods living in the bottom of the sea. The long echo of the chimes matches well with the environment of the sea bottom. Moreover, the tone of the chime is heavy and solemn, which matches well with the image of the Dragon Kings. The soundtrack shows the artistic atmosphere of Chinese culture with great tension. Next is the fierce fight. I will just show you part of the fierce fight because this scene seems very long. In this scene, Naja and Albin, the third son of the Dragon King, have a fierce fight. Chinese opera is a very significant part of Chinese national culture. Jin Fuzai creatively used Chinese opera music to score the fighting drama. You can hear that when Naja is fighting with the third prince of the Dragon King, the music is full of energy. Energy drums, energy clappers, Suona horn, erhu, and so on. The soundtrack matches the rhythm of the characters' movements, sometimes tense and sometimes soothing, making the fight drama very exciting, having a strong Chinese cultural style. Maybe we can skip to the fighting place. Yeah, this is the fighting place. You can hear many Chinese traditional opera instruments. Very interesting. And another one is suicide part. Maybe I will first let you hear the sound first. It's in 38, 35.
老爷您。
The film is produced after the end of Cultural Revolution, with the trend of lifting the ban. Jin Fuzai believed that the music of the film should not only be based on national musical instruments, but also a lot amount of Western music elements. The music of Nerja's self-suicide scene is a typical example of using both Western orchestral music and the national instrument. This makes Nerja Conquers the Dragon King not just a Chinese national-based film, but it becomes a more diversified and transnational film, which is more acceptable to the global audience and is a bold attempt after Cultural Revolution. The balance between sound and music, such as sound effects and music, sound design and music, is well played by this traditional and transnational music. Sorry, this is not in this part. Sorry. Okay, next I'm going to talk about the balance between sound and music, such as sound effects and music, soundscape design and music. Due to the limited technological condition at that time and the subjective focus of the director team, Nerja Conquers the Dragon King paid less attention to the sound effects and the soundscape than to the music. Many of the plots were also conducted only by background music. However, there are still quite a few excellent examples of the cooperation of the sound effects and the music. The detailed analysis will be given as follows. I need to first explain some plots to you. In this scene, Li Jin, the father of Nerja, thinks that the birth of a strange fetus egg after his wife's 3 years of pregnancy is abnormal and may be an ominous sign. So he wants to kill the fetus egg. And in this process, the son of Li Jin, pulling the sword, the sound of the breaking plates caused by the panic maze, and the sound of Li Jing slashing the meatball. The three sound effects were quickly released to express the emergency of the situation. Let's take a look at this part. I think it should start from here.
怀胎3年6个月，生下这么个东西。
Yeah, that's what the plot I told you.
不是个好兆头。
Yeah, you can hear three sound effects quickly released to express the emergency of the situation. Well, the slashing sound is different from ordinary slashing, but with a special tone and echo. Maybe we can hear again. Yeah, it is very special, right? Clear, crisp, and kind of mythical, which is used to express the sacredness of the fetus egg. Following the release of the third releasing sound effect, background music is released and creates a mysterious and holy atmosphere, leading to the plot of Nerja's birth. You can hear the background music start after the Li Jing's slashing sound.
月生下这么个东西，不是个好兆头。
Yeah, after this special voice, the music starts. And the holy atmosphere appear, leading to the Nerja's birth. This little child appear and birth. And this part, maybe I will first display the video first. It's in 9 minutes and 10 seconds. In this scene, the citizens gather to pay tribute to the Dragon King because of the drought, hoping that the Dragon King will give forgiveness to them and rain. And the ambient sound is a little noisy outdoor, followed by the sound of knocking gongs and bells, and then the sound of thrown food falling into the water. you can have a sense of the noisy outdoor feeling.
天保佑，虎将甘霖，求四海龙王
And the bell rings, food thrown into the water, and the music starts. The angle of view actually changes after the food is dropped into the water, from outdoor to below the water surface, and background music is played. The melody of the music repeats from high to low, expressing a feeling of falling, which matches the falling food shot. Da, 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 da. This kind of music vividly expresses the feeling of the plot. And the echo of the music is becoming long, in contrast with the previous outdoor soundscape above the water surface, which reflects the switching of scenes. This also creates the atmosphere for the subsequent scene of the Undersea Dragon Palace. The echo, very long, different from previous outside surface scene. Okay. Next, we change to this scene. This is a scene that the third prince is fought badly by Naja. And he tries to escape, but Naja gives him a final shot and kill him. And let's take a look. Yeah. The background music uses wooden fish commonly, usually used in Chinese opera, creating a sneaky, timid, and something about to happen atmosphere. We can listen again. This something about to happen feeling. Where is that? Yeah, this feeling, something about to happen feeling, created through this wooden fish instrument. And in the middle is the sound effect of the collision of Naja's weapon hitting the third prince. Yeah, this white dragon is the third prince. Let's hear this hitting sound. Boom. After this hitting, the batting of the wooden fish in the front makes some effect dramatic and shows the unexpected of the attack. And after this hitting, the sound change again. The third prince falls swayingly and then dies. This process is completed by the background music with the gong as the instrument instead of wooden fish. The gong is louder than the wooden fish and has a greater echo, which dramatically shows the powerfulness of Naja's final hit. And also create this echo thing also creates kind of dizzy, the white dragon dizzy around and finally fall and die. Yeah. And that's what I'm going to what I'm going to talk in this presentation. All in all, this movie have a very special and traditional and also many things that we can talk about. Although the dialogues are not very nicely displayed by this movie, it still have many things to talk about. And I mainly focus on the cultural and the cooperation of music and the sound effect. And this is my presentation. I hope you enjoy this presentation and may have some interesting to this movie called Naja Conquers the Dragon King. And this is the website link. Okay, thank you. That's the end. Bye-bye.